Starts now.
Welcome to Up North at Home. I got my Snuggie, I got my Packers mug and the tea inside. It's a good day, especially because I got my results back for my COVID test and they are negatives. That is great news. I should be returning to more of a traditional show next week, but today and tomorrow, just to follow some safety precautions, we're going to keep going along this old story from our archive that may give someone a little bit of levity during this time of coronavirus. So we'll get to those stories in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. The Rhinelander Hodag football team is already making great use of its new flashy dome. Here's some photos from Bob Mainhart of indoor practices this week. There is still some work to be done on the track and tennis court area, but the turf is good to go. The Hodags take on Lakeland this Friday in the first round of the playoffs. Minocqua Winter Park announced its safety plans for the upcoming snow season. It still includes full access to the ski and snowshoe trails. What's different is an exterior ticket window and a mask requirement for everyone inside the chalet. For people hoping to avoid the chalet, there will also be new changing shelters built. Use of the tubing hill is still being determined. The Oneida County Health Department announced next week it will be hosting an evening flu clinic. According to experts, getting a flu vaccine is more important than ever this year because it could help save medical resources for the care of COVID-19 patients. The clinic will be at 4 p.m. on November 17th, so that's next Tuesday. It will be at the Health Department building, which is right next to Triggs in Rhinelander. A local classroom made some beautiful artwork to honor our nation's veterans. This is Miss Bachnecht's 4th grade classroom in the Three Lakes School District. All this artwork will be going to local veterans. Nice job, kids. Now I'm going to send it back to the studio. Mr. Andrew Kiekever, take it away.
All right, well, it might be a good day to take after Dan Hagen and grab that Snuggie and stay on home tonight. We're seeing lots of decreased visibility throughout our area. This will continue through the evening, making road conditions a little bit challenging for those overnight hours. And we're seeing this, of course, because we're seeing snowfall get started in our area. Here we are looking outside of Eagle River. It's a little difficult to see out there as we're watching those flurries come on in. Those are going to continue through the overnight hours into very early Friday morning. Right now, no accumulation on the ground, though we will see that start as we get cooler into the evening and watch that build to at most an inch into the overnight hours. So, of course, this is what we're talking about, right? We're seeing all this moisture, all this snowfall coming on in from the west, just starting to knock on our door now, starting to let us see some precipitation, some areas seeing that start of rainfall, some snow flurries getting started for the overnight hours. Most of us will be seeing snowfall through overnight as we cool off below freezing very shortly here. All right, so by the early tomorrow morning, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of snowfall, so we'll be seeing some dustings in some of the outlying areas, and then good widespread half an inch to an inch. That's going to be all kind of sprawled throughout north central Wisconsin. So not a whole lot of snowfall. Again, nothing we can't handle. Certainly more than what we just saw the other day or didn't see. Some of us missed out on that first dusting just a couple days ago. All right, so we're also going to be watching a change in our wind pattern here. We've been watching winds coming out of the west-southwest, gusting to over 20 miles per hour. So those will continue through the night tonight into early hours tomorrow morning. Friday, we'll watch that wind pattern change out of the northwest. Keep in mind that these wind gusts are going to be still kind of going through as that rain and snow is making its way through our area. Could inhibit conditions even further, just decreased visibility and making travel a bit difficult there. So wind pattern will change back out of the southwest through Friday into Saturday, and we'll watch that go through for the rest of the weekend from the south. Morning lows this morning, all of us well below freezing to get started today, and then we picked it up a bit here, getting to the mid-30s for our highs today. So we'll watch temperatures continue to drop into the overnight. So tomorrow we'll watch temperatures get to about freezing for highs, and then again for our southern counties about freezing, a couple degrees warmer, especially down by Adams, getting into the mid-30s there. Overall, a cooler night ahead than what we saw for us today. So generally, we're watching temperatures stay just a few degrees below our average, below 40 degrees for the upcoming week, and that'll continue to be the case for us going forward. So we'll just keep an eye on that visibility outlook and continue to watch all that snow and rainfall make its way on in. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Mr. Kiefer. So I wanted to pick a theme today, and that theme is Northwood's quirky events. I'm going to cheat a little bit on this first one, though, because we're going to go north of the border. We're going to go to Ironwood, Michigan, and go to the ski hill there for the hardest 400-meter race in the world. Ben Semenek looked up.
It's rocky, it's dirty, it's steep.
And high in the clouds,
It's the hardest 400-meter race in the world.
he saw the finish line that eluded him last year.
It's as difficult as advertised.
For him, finishing the Red Bull 400 at Copper Peak would be the peak of his fitness journey. Years ago, Semenek weighed over 250 pounds.
I'm not gonna lie and say it's a fun experience to go through a big weight loss, 50, 100, 200 pounds. But anyone can do it if you actually care enough about yourself to do it.
Got to 300 meters and I felt like my chest was going to blow out.
Terry Butler has battled his own weight issues, but was among hundreds who beat the world's steepest race.
I have friends that aren't able to do this, and I'm kind of doing it for them and for my kids.
Nice job. Keep going. Keep going.
He said if he can do it, anyone can.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You don't know what you can do until you do it.
Some doubt crept into Semenek when 250 meters in after he had finished the steep landing area, he looked up at Copper Peak's ski jump. But he made it.
Dead last is still better than DNF, did not finish.
He hopes to be faster next year and said a difficult journey, whether a couple hundred meters or pounds, is worth it.
That reward is something that I wouldn't trade for anything. Just a stupid grin on my face, grabbing a water in the stairwell at Copper Peak, knowing that I did finish, knowing that I did my best, and knowing I got it done.
In Ironwood, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12.
You just can't put a price tag on all this. And yet, we did. But with the new machine from CF Moto, it's surprisingly low because all the features you need come standard, like power steering, custom paint, and a powerful winch, all at a price you won't believe.
For all your off-road needs, American Marine, Shawano.
Earn your nursing, healthcare, business, or tech degree fully online in a way that works for you. At Rasmussen College, you can start strong with programs built online by design, with a campus nearby to support you. We prepare you for success before and after graduation with seamless credit transfer policies, strong support services, and courses designed and taught by experts. Rasmussen College, locally and online nationally. Start strong, finish stronger at rasmussen.edu.
Does this sound familiar? You make the minimum payment, but the balance is still the same. You make a payment a few days late. Here come the late fees, past due notice, and the collection calls. We understand dealing with debt problems is not easy. It is stressful and hard, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your family. You're not alone, but you must understand debt problems only get worse unless you take action. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, please take a minute and call the number on the screen. Learn about programs that have helped thousands of people get out of debt. Reduce your monthly payments, cut interest, and even settle your debt for a lot less than you owe. Save thousands. Get your life back. Call the number on the screen now. It's a free call, free information, and most importantly, you will have options. Remember, waiting will not make the problem go away. Call us. Our lines are now open.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, our theme today on this Snuggy Thursday is quirky events in the Northwoods. I cheated a little bit in Ironwood, I admit that. But now we'll bring it back to the heart of the Northwoods. In Eagle River, every winter, they're going to check if the ice is thick enough on Dollar Lake, just east of Eagle River. And if it is, well, a huge ice castle gets built. Let's hear from Katie Thorson back in 2018.
Take 3,000 blocks of ice, more than 100 volunteers, and a community built on ice and snow, and you've got everything you need to build an ice castle.
Oh, this is volunteerism at its best.
The Eagle River Volunteer Fire Department takes charge of building the ice castle each year. It takes about 5 days to score the lake, harvest the ice, sand the blocks, and build the ice castle.
Today is my favorite day. Pulling the ice out of the lake is my favorite day.
Despite the cold,
What is it, about 1 degree out right now?
nearly all 45 members of the volunteer fire department help in the process.
Go!
That's in addition to all the other members of the community that come out to help any way they can.
Bringing them, soup and cookies and all that kind of great stuff.
It's really neat to see a community come together for something that they truly love.
All of these people coming together to build an ice castle and a community they can be proud of.
The ice castle is so good for Eagle River because we get all the tourism that comes in, and it's a great sense of accomplishment.
An education can take you many places. It can take you to a world of new possibility, of new learning, experience, and achievement. An education can transcend culture and take you to where ideas come to life, where you learn how to nurture and care. Every education needs a beginning. Start yours here. Nicolet College works for you.
Newswatch 12 brings you the most local news and weather. We're your NBC station for national news and great primetime shows. And everything on Newswatch 12 is closed captioned, so everyone can stay informed and entertained.
Brought to you by Miracle Ear.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
The Diocese of La Crosse televised Mass, Sundays at 6:30 a.m. on this station. Please join Bishop Callahan and the priests and faithful of the diocese Sunday mornings at 6:30 a.m.
Find your next car at Bruns & Sons Auto in Plover. With over 100 vehicles in stock, Bruns & Sons Auto has the biggest selection of used vehicles in Portage County. With a super friendly staff, most deals are done within an hour. Winter is here, so get your car ready for the cold at Bruns & Sons Auto, featuring a full service department with techs on hand to get you on the move. Visit Bruns & Sons Auto today. We would love to earn your business.
Welcome back, everybody. So as you saw, Eagle River constructs this huge ice castle every year, if they can, if the ice is thick enough. So I was thinking, what is the parallel for other Northwoods communities? What is Minocqua, for example? What is their ice castle? So I looked into that, and it seems like their ice castle is made of snow and has a huge hat. Take it away, Lane Kimball, also from 2018.
If you're going to make a giant snowman, grab your shovel, snow fencing, and chainsaws. That's how they do it in Minocqua.
It's something else.
Thursday, volunteer and nearby motel owner Jim Hartwig carefully walked the second tier to finish a snowman that hasn't appeared in a while.
Seeing all the people driving by and waving, you know everybody's looking.
It's tough to miss this big guy along Highway 51.
He is named Snowy Cromer.
The Ironwood, Michigan company who makes his size 96 hat won that namesake back in 2008. But the tradition of building the Minocqua snowman goes back to the 1960s.
We're all a little tired.
Chamber Director Crystal Westfall organized the build, which takes about 3 days. The toughest part? Packing the snow down after an excavation company piles it up.
It takes a bunch of people to essentially stomp the grapes around the outside.
So to give you a little perspective, I'm 6 feet tall, standing at the base here. This actually goes up to about 8 feet high, but that's not even close to the total height. Way up top here, we're talking 30 feet high, which means crews are going to have to use a bucket truck to put a Stormy Cromer on Snowmy.
A team of 6 to 8 helpers can build the snowman, but it takes a key supply. Recent winters were too warm, which meant no Snowmy since early 2016.
We were just lucky enough that we had accumulated enough snow up to now.
And while people's backs are crying uncle from shoveling snow, Minocqua is celebrating it.
Anything that brings attention to the area is always helpful.
Knowing the return of the granddaddy of all snowmen means plenty of wintry weather business returning to town, too.
The name of the game is just to entertain the people that are coming up for the weekend and want to see something new and interesting.
We're covering the news in Minocqua. Lane Kimball, Newswatch 12.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant, but sometimes it's necessary to fight. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Come out to Merrill Eagles Club. Tuesday through Friday, our famous fish fry is always available. Dinner specials every Tuesday and Friday evening, lunch specials with homemade soup.
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number. But wait, there's more. If you call right now, you could get a meter upgrade. In addition, we'll give you a free pair of diabetic socks as our special gift to you. Regardless of your age, if you suffer with diabetes and have insurance, you may qualify to get free delivery of your supplies. Call now. We can help.
Call 800-908-0486. 800-908-0486. That's 800-908-0486. Call now.
Driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like that trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Welcome back. I started my Newswatch 12 career back in February of 2019. And one of the first things I learned was that Eagle River hosts the largest outdoor ice pond hockey tournament in the world. Andrew Goldstein covered that event this year, and he will have this next story, followed by another story, a very quirky story of a Northwoods mini golf tournament. Here we go.
Our very first year, we had 6 rinks and 40 teams. Now we have 24 rinks and 260 teams.
Well, some of these younger teams, they think they're playing for the Stanley Cup out here.
We won 14-3, right?
Did both of you get goals in that one?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
We started this event 15 years ago, literally as just a way for our membership to experience playing pond hockey, getting back to your roots, so to speak.
Most of us are from Arizona a long time, so it is definitely a lot warmer there. It's a nice sunny and 70 right now, and here it's a little bit different.
Being here at the World Championship Derby Complex is nothing but a blessing. The ice was smooth, there's no natural lake cracks.
It's a lot slower, a lot more passing, and you got to be careful and be better on your skates than on a rink.
The biggest thing is the camaraderie of these people come here. Maybe they get to see each other once a year only.
Let's go Puckers! It's like everybody's family.
You got great food there. The beer is flowing freely here.
When I went to college in Chicago, I played, and I would always tell all my friends, pay attention to Eagle River. We're a small town, but we're really into hockey.
The enthusiasm has not died off.
Do you have anything that you want to add?
I think we play hockey because we love it! We play hockey because we love it.
It's a golf tournament with no drivers and no manners.
We have a ton of instigators.
Get in there! Oh! If you can't win, you might as well set an all-time high.
That's life on the ironically named Gentleman's Mini Golf Tour.
Uh-oh.
The creation of a few childhood friends from Fond du Lac.
I wanted to think of something competitive to do with friends throughout the summer, and we just came up with mini golf on a whim.
Roughly 12 friends come together every July 4th weekend to play 5 Minocqua area courses.
Once the beginning of summer hits, I really start looking forward to it.
Through dozens of holes and thousands of putts, the group shares a motto.
Putt fast, take chances.
And a history, preserved in years of old photos and on the dog tags of previous champions.
I was the very first winner, so the inaugural year I was the winner. And then I won last year.
There is that competition. Everybody wants to win it.
That's it! It's a tournament where anything can happen.
Are you kidding me?
And just like that, he's back in the game.
Where joy can turn to disappointment in the heat of the moment.
I gotta be better.
Yeah, there's always pressure in this because I've been towards the top on multiple years, and it's tough up there. You got to be at the top of your game to win, which is very difficult.
Unbelievable. We're protesting this.
This year, Matt Schultz was at the top of his game, winning his record 3rd Gentleman's Tour and taking home the coveted championship belt.
How does it feel knowing that no one else holds that title but you? Oh, it feels fantastic.
The tour is a chance for old friends to stay involved in each other's lives, regardless of who's wearing the plaid jacket.
I mean, I live in Arizona, so I'm not around. This is the only time I'm really around to see these guys.
They come as competitors.
Nice shot, Thomas.
And leave as even closer friends.
You idiot.
Well, sort of. In Minocqua, Andrew Goldstein, Newswatch 12.
Somebody has to stand up for victims. What happened to you doesn't define you. You're going to survive this.
How do you know?
Because I did.
SVU returns tonight on NBC.
I've met my share of killers, but not one like Elizabeth.
I'm gonna take you down.
She's quite determined. We'll have to be as well.
For Ed B., who can spot exactly 57 types of trees thanks to his Medicare allowance for new glasses, we've got you. For Jackie R., who's added umpteen flower pots now that her allergy meds are covered, we've got you. For Michelle K., who likes celebrating life's big moments, like finding affordable premiums and, more importantly, finishing chemo, we've got you. For everything that happens to happen, we've got you. Aspirus Health Plan.
Join the conversation when you're on the go. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date. Newswatch 12, from where you live.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
When you spend your whole life working,
Training.
waiting,
For one moment,
and suddenly,
you have to wait for that moment. Even longer.
you know how you feel?
Like you want it even more.
Next summer, the world comes back together.
For an Olympics unlike any other.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Hi y'all, welcome back. Our time is almost over this Thursday afternoon, but I've got 2 more stories for you. One of a very small, quirky event, and one probably the biggest quirky event in the Northwoods. We're going to start with the small one and go all the way up to Presque Isle for a race you've probably never seen anything like before. Then we're going to talk to Mr. Hodag himself. Let's take a look.
On your marks, frogs. Get set, go!
And they're off.
We got one coming in hot.
Well, some at least.
Here we go.
Racer Greta Johnson said the key to frog racing is fear.
If it's going sideways, you have to get in front of it so you can scare it to go forward, and then you have to tap the ground
behind it so it gets like scared, and you can also blow on it.
The rules are simple. You can't touch the frog, but everything else is fair game.
How did your frog do today?
Well, it did not do very good. It was jumping very far, but it was jumping sideways.
Sideways or forward, frog racing always kicks off.
We got one coming in hot.
The final day of Presque Isle's annual summer celebration.
We got first place.
This has been going on forever.
Announcer Bonnie Burns loves the good old-fashioned fun.
It starts at 10 a.m. and it's always a crowd and it's always a heated event. It's a fun, free way to have some fun.
But one longtime racer told me it's catching the frogs that's the most fun.
I look forward to it every year.
Greta's dad, Cal Johnson, has been going to the frog races for 35 years. His best memories don't come from the races.
The secret to the big frogs, you gotta get them at night and you gotta hear them croak.
And he's still making those memories, now with his daughter Greta.
She holds the net and I hold the light and she catches the frogs and then she races them.
So it's a good bonding experience?
Absolutely, absolutely.
In Presque Isle, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12. Neil McCoy hasn't always been the final act at Hodag Country Festival. In 1991, he said about 20 people watched him.
Well, you're probably the noon act or maybe even earlier than that.
A couple decades later, tens of thousands cheer for Mr. Hodag.
I know it'd be really easy to leave now. You've seen me, some of you, 20-something times. You kind of know what I'm about.
But most people stay for McCoy anyway.
It has become a family, and even probably like some of these people out here more than some of my family members.
Some of his family members call themselves Neil Billies.
He's like the mayor of Rhinelander. Hello.
When she was pregnant with me, Neil rubbed her belly saying, "Future Neil fan?" And Mom said, "Of course."
Who else keeps getting away year after year of climbing up there and doing stuff he's not supposed to? But, you know, that was what rocks. He's awesome.
McCoy said it's this sort of enthusiasm that makes the state special.
I tell folks no matter where I'm interviewing, they'll say, "Where's your favorite place to play?" And I usually say the Hodag or anywhere in Wisconsin.
The Texas native said he's hoping he'll be back for his 28th year in 2020.
Wisconsin people are so passionate about everything they do. They love their Packers, they love their Badgers, they love drinking, they love country music. And we give them a lot of energy and stuff and personality, and they give it right back.
In Rhinelander, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12.
All right, no outdoor concerts anytime soon as we're seeing some rain and snow come into our area, keeping things wet for us overnight tonight. We're going to continue to watch that system make its way in, going to the east overnight, giving us all at least a dusting of snowfall. So we'll be watching visibility go down and generally watching temperatures cool on off. So we'll be seeing temperatures hover just above freezing for the rest of the week. We'll have your full forecast at 5.